Peep, what is up, ninjas? My name is Samuel. The weekend is over, but I'm so excited because this month I'm going to be going on Dream State, where I'm going to get to see Vinny Vici live. And this is why I'm making this video, because I've been watching and hearing a lot of Vinny Vici stuff, and it's so crazy how hype it is. It's just a kick in a bass line, but look at this. Look at how hype this shit is. Alright guys, so the poison of choice is going to be Serum. I really like Serum for these type of stuff. Just keep in mind you can also go with Silent Inspire for this. Now what we're going to be doing is pretty simple. You know, we're going to have MIDI going at low F, playing at 116 rates here with this arpeggiator. We'll talk a little bit about setting up the arpeggiator as well. I call this the lazy man's way of making the rolling bass, because you can go in and kind of make it yourself. Now, in order to make this bass line, the most important thing you need to know is that there is no sustain, and that with decay, you're going to control the punchiness of it. Okay? Keep in mind also, this gate is going to have to do a lot with that punchiness, so if you have a high gate, you'll hear more of this decay working. But let's lower the decay. Around there, I kind of like the way that sounds. Remember to be in 140 BPM or 138 as well. Now we're going to use a filter to close this and shape it with the envelope, which is going to allow us to not open it up all the way and give us more of a kind of like a more of a, I don't know, a less high frequency based Psytrance bass. As you can see there, RM phase all the way to 0%, by the way, guys. It doesn't do anything, but if you do go up in unison, it will help in keeping that bass to stay punchy. There we go. So very simple, as you guys can see there. And that's going to be mainly the standard bass line. The difference is going to be the type of distortion you apply and all that good stuff. You know, as you guys can see there, we do have that obnoxiously loud kick though. Now, in terms of the sidechain for Psytrance, we'll get back more into sound design right now. I just want it to sound right. We're going to apply an LFO tool. Here you can decide to have that standard halfway sidechain, which sounds like that, but you can also ease up on it like so back, so you let more of that other, the third note here come in, because Psytrance is literally going to be kick here and then doon 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 bass hits. So yeah, let's have it like, there we go. And then with the kick, if you want, you can use LFO tool to shape it as well in case it's too big. You can see the kick ends here, so we can always do this to it. And then you can shape it like, but I kind of like it right here. And we're going to have a good sidechain. So from here, how do we make this bass line even different? Because the more basic one that everyone uses is the one with the saw. Well, easily you can change to a square wave as well, which gives us a different vibe, and you can go with all the other wavetables that Serum provides. Let's say you go with one like this, do make sure to put a sub direct out, and then you can use the level here. Now let's say we go with more of a saw based one, and let's say that we want to have a stereo feel to it, because some Psytrance bass lines do have that. How do we do that while keeping mono compatibility going? How do we make it sound good? Well, very easy. Let's say we go with this. We get rid of the sub. We don't, well, actually, let's, you know, here we have that. How do I add a stereo feel to this? Well, I can easily go into Serum and I can go and add another oscillator. Now, the moment you add more than one voice, that's when you have stereo. You want to go with even type numbers, because as you can see, even type numbers are going to maintain one saw in the center here when you're detuning. So that one's never going to change, and it always stays in the center. So here we can add maybe two voices of the saw, make it higher pitch if you want. So here we have the mono and the stereo. That really helps. You can even have this at 0 view. So this is how we're going to get that stereo, wide stereo bass while still keeping that mono compatibility. Just some basic advanced sound design here, because a lot of people don't know about that stuff. Even though they make their own sounds, they don't know that, you know, if you want that stereo-ness, you got to have more than one saw, and usually try and keep it on even numbers. Odd numbers are going to give you more of a center-oriented sound as well. Okay, so with that being said there, guys, very simple. Now, the other thing we can also do, if you want to be a lot cleaner about it, is just duplicate it, and on the second, you know, you're just gonna put 2 voices, and then you can, you know, get a different sound. Get rid of the sub because we don't need it. We already have the one in the center going, and you know, you can go with a very different wave. Let's increase the decay, and then here arm face up. Now it's on the sides of the mix, and there we have it on the sides. Or you can choose to, you know, go with maybe, and let's, you know, go. There we go. Very simple. And then if you want to make it even wider, which I don't suggest, but some people like it super wide, then you can use the Haas effect, which is generally going to be just offsetting the phase a little bit. What that means is the left side is not going to be in sync with the right side. So you get more of a stereo signal, and it does give it a different sound, a different vibe, but it's there for you guys to use, and this is going to be the programming for it. Once you have it, I do suggest that you save it because it's just an effect that a lot of people like to use to get that wideness in the sound. You know, from here, you know, let's see if we can find a cooler. Yeah, there we go. We have it on the side. So that's how we're going to get those. Now, Psytrance bass lines aren't going to have that much of a stereo-ness to them, so usually they're just going to be straight. So for sure, you know, that's how we're going to get these type of sounds, guys. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is the arpeggiator. And the reason we go with the arpeggiator is because sometimes people have trouble programming this stuff. We can go to 1/12, which is going to give us it. I'm sure many of you guys know this sound already. High gate. So here the gate is just going to control how long the note is held in a way, you know, so if I barely touch it, that's going to be a super low gate, and if I held it down, it's going to be a longer gate. So that's what this is saying. But mainly 116 and 112 are going to be the ones you guys want to mess with. These are the swingy type of bass lines, and also 116. So this is going to be the standard for the bass line, guys. Here, the difference between every bass line that you start to hear from now on is going to be what type of wavetable they use. For instance, you guys saw a square will give a different result. And also the type of effects that are being applied to them over time. You know, you can even apply an OTT if you want, which does give a different vibe. And you know, it's up to you guys to decide how you want to do that. But this is going to be like kind of like the standard for the basic Psytrance bassline. Now, let's say you don't want to use the arpeggiator and you want to program it yourself. Well, very simple. If you go in and you're going to have this, guys, here. This is how it's programmed. 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be it. So we're going to play this right now. Let's put it down one more. And then let's get this guy here to the sides. Jesus. And there we go. And then you can choose to make these shorter if you want. The other thing you can also do is add, you know, up an octave, you know, to kind of get that. And you also don't have to stay here. You can also, you know, get crazy and maybe do like dun 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 there, up. You know, to get a very cool kind of pattern. So, you know, I really love these rolling bass lines. I don't know how they work so well in the crowd, guys. But you can do so much crazy stuff here. You don't have to stay there. Maybe we can go up to the, you know, but yeah, I like that. You know, so you can get really cool stuff. In the future videos, we're going to talk a little bit about leads, how to make the 303s. You hear a lot in Psytrance bass. And if you guys have any questions on certain sounds or certain songs that you like in Psytrance, make sure to leave them down in the comments below, guys. With that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this basic tutorial on how to make Psytrance bass lines, on how to get that stereo compatibility going there. That's going to be the advanced portion of it. But I hope that you guys have an amazing day, and I hope that you guys have fun making this genre. Peace out, ninjas, and take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, yeah.